Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com. Now, here is your host, Johnny Radio himself, John Harden.
Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder is in the house today. What's up, Jay, man? How you doing?
I'm good, John. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man, but I do have good news and bad news today for our listeners.
Yes, an update, as it were.
I got some good news about them Grizzlies. You know they won again, man. And I took the Grizzlies last night.
You did?
I ended up taking them, yes.
That was a scary one, though.
The first half, I was not looking good, buddy. First half, when they went into the first quarter, I was looking bad. Second quarter, you know, they only got outscored by one. But the second half, how about that Grizness? How about John Conchar?
Jitty.
How about what is it with the Jitty thing? I don't even understand that because
That's his nickname.
Okay, what I'm saying is though he now also has a clothing apparel.
Really?
Jitty.
Well, I think they've called him Jitty since he was in college. Maybe it's like a childhood nickname even. It goes back a while, though, before the Grizzlies.
It's not talking about him, but I don't know if this is real because it does say fake account.
So it's his parent?
No, it says John Conchar fan account.
Yeah, so it's just a fan account.
But no, he's selling Jitty clothes on his account.
Wow.
Is he allowed to do that?
Yeah, of course. Like Anthony Sain.
It's just not yeah, you're right.
Not that Anthony
Man.
Sain's a Grizzlies player, but
No.
still, same idea.
I got you. But yeah, man, I saw that. So get your Jitty gear because Conchar. Did you ever think he was going to have 17 rebounds in a game?
No, I did not. That's one away from the record for the Grizzlies coming off the bench. I actually wrote a Jitty song last night, but I haven't had time to record it yet. But
Whoa. We got a Jitty song?
I wrote it.
Did you do the gritty while listening to Jitty?
No, it's not. See, it's an older song. It's based on Windy by The Association, but I haven't had time to record it yet. But I'm going to get to it, John. Don't you worry.
All right, man. Well, I'm excited. The Grizzlies are back at action tonight as they play the Dallas Mavericks. They're currently a 2-point favorite over those Mavs. They have won 11 straight. They're going for 12 tonight. Bing, bang, boom. Are you kidding me? We're just stretching out that record. Grizzlies are looking good. And by the way, don't forget MLK Day, Monday. Grizzlies. And guess who they're playing?
The Bulls.
Whoa.
From Chi-Town.
Yeah, and that
Windy
Bulls
City.
team is, let's just be real, that Bulls team's for real. I know they looked really bad. What was it? They played the Nets and got their brains
The Nets,
beat out.
Yeah, but the Nets played one of the best games they played all year, I think.
Yes, they did. They really did. They just beat the absolute brakes off them. But this Bulls team's the real deal. Holyfield, DeRozan's doing his business. I'm a little bit nervous, but back to them Grizzlies. John Conchar was all the talk, but did you realize this? How quiet has Jaren Jackson Jr. been over the last 3 games? And what I mean by that is quietly amazing. You know, every night we're talking about John Morant mean mugging a kid. John Conchar got 17 rebounds. There's a different story every night. And by the way, let's just be real. John Morant 3 games ago as well, when they played the Golden State Warriors, he was the talk of everything. When they played the Lakers, he was the talk. Everything, Minnesota, it was Conchar. And then in between that, who'd they play?
The Warriors. We just talked about that.
Oh, I did? Okay. Man, see, like I told you, man, sometimes using too much of my product. But I got to bring up this.
The game last night was just so exciting. How can you remember any other games that took place?
That's the truth.
You're welcome.
It is hard. Grizzlies, though, are balling. They're back in action again tonight. Like I said, they're 2-point favorite of the Mavs. We got all kinds of beautiful stuff going on in the city. Not named Tigers, that is. As long as you're not a Tiger, you're doing really well. City's on fire. I got to talk to you about some of the fun things that I did yesterday, some of the fun things that you should do this weekend and coming up in the future. But I have to remind you, or I have to kind of I got to say to myself, you know how I'm going to prevent COVID? I want to win a Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah. I don't know if this would qualify for peace, but they have to have one in like medicine or something like that. So maybe you can win the Nobel Prize for
Dude,
medicine.
come on, man.
I don't know if it's peace though.
Listen, I didn't do the study, but if I get the study out there and all of a sudden COVID disappears,
I think of medical Nobel Prizes in your future.
I think. Well,
I don't know if they do medical. I know they do physics, and they have like literature. They have to do medicine. A Nobel Prize in medicine,
or just how about journalism and writing great PSAs and helping the world? I was fighting.
Those are Pulitzers.
I was fighting ED earlier.
Yes.
Making sure that people didn't get the COVID because it causes major erectile dysfunction. Also, not only does your nose doesn't work, and ED issues.
I thought it was. I thought you were fighting ED by talking about the Bart Scott telling Josh Allen yesterday he should take Viagra to go play football.
No. I'm fighting cold.
Oh, fighting.
If your feet are cold, Viagra will increase your circulation. But yesterday I came out and said, man, smoke it if you got it. You know what I mean? Remember that? Did a little more research. Read actually the medical journal. Also had like 50 people who are technically smart and doctors and things like that.
Technically.
They got an MD in front of their name or they're a research person. Kind of hit me up and say, John, when you smoke the reefer or the Delta 8s or the Delta 9s, Delta 10s, THCO, if you smoke it like real fire, junt style or bong style. Like, because I put out a thing. Did you see my little tweet? COVID-19 tries to punch Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh, man.
And I wrote and I put COVID-19 as the guy who's trying to punch Jean-Claude Van Damme. And then I put my lungs and all the bong resin as Jean-Claude Van Damme catching the punch and just sitting there looking bad to the bone. You know what I'm saying?
Which Jean-Claude Van Damme exists and he looks bad to the bone.
Yes, he does.
Great guy, great actor.
Great. He's just a superstar. I mean, come on now. Those shows are back in the day. But here's the point that I have to get to because I did give a little misinformation. You just can't litter. You just can't sit around littering and. Do you know
littering and smoking the reefer?
Yes. You know where that comes from?
Super Troopers.
Super Troopers. Best opening 10 minutes of a movie ever.
Great movie.
But the point is, what I'm trying to get at is that Hemp 2.0 is where you need to go, 3670 South Houston Levee Road, because you actually have to ingest it. It needs to be a high concentration of CBG and CBD. It's CBGA and CBDA because it's the acid forms. When you smoke it, those forms of the molecule, it doesn't get enough into your lungs. But guess what? Hemp extract gummies. They've got all the CBG and all the CBD that you absolutely need. They can cover you. Plus, we have tinctures, hemp extract tinctures, 1,000 milligrams of CBD. All the CBG in the world that you need. Come on and talk with me, and then you can actually vape. Like if you put fire to it, it doesn't work. But the vape carts, herb, off-spectrum, live resin. Head on into Hemp 2.0, talk to their knowledgeable staff, and be like, yo, I want to be the Teflon Don when it comes to fighting COVID. Guess what? They got you covered. And if you think I'm joking, Google it. This is not me just talking poppycock. This is a beaver-run experiment is what we call it. And it's over a year.
You said poppycock and beaver in the same sentence.
I know. I'm good today. It's Friday. It's a beautiful day. But for real, people, I'm trying to save all of you. I'm trying to end the pandemic. Go to Hemp 2.0. And it's not just, honestly, to just kill COVID, but I kind of put that at the top of the list right now. But if you just want to feel euphoric, head on over there. Try the THCO. Oh, that sugar leaf that they got. They got Delta 9 sugar leaf. These are little chocolates I like to eat. Plus, they have amazing gummies. Gummies, by the way, you can eat gummies. You can eat all the gummies, tinctures, anything that is not lit on fire. Because when you fire that junk up, some reason the CBG and the CBD don't quite get in through your lungs.
You kill it when you do that.
Yeah, you smoke it, and it kills it. But it does give you the THCO, the THCV, the THCP, the HHC, the Delta 8, Delta 9, Delta 10. So those are fine. But yeah, please do me a favor. For real, though, I want to get out of this pandemic. I want you to be able to go everywhere and anywhere at any time. Go get these CBD gummies over and see my friend Raheel out at Hemp 2.0, 3670 South Houston Levee. Shop online at shophemp20.com. And don't forget, arthritis, sleep, pain, Anything that your life is kind of just a little bit off, they can get you back on kilter. If you're off kilter, they will lean you back up. They got you covered at Hemp 20, 3670 South Houston Levy Road. Check them out today. And again, let's end the COVID-19 pandemic. Get your CBG and your CBD. CBG, CBD. Is it that easy right there?
LGBTQ plus.
By the way, there was a very interesting article about the teas. We'll talk about the teas in Hardwood today.
12:30.
Yes. Also, 12:30. Guess what else we're going to do?
What?
Did you know that a video on YouTube hit 10 billion views?
Is that right?
First video ever to hit 10 billion views. No, it's not Ray J and Kim Kardashian.
I don't think that's on YouTube.
Okay, well, I don't know how they got that out. But anyway, point is, somehow I saw it a long time ago when I was young and don't remember. But man, I want somebody to like text me. Do you watch the YouTube?
Oh, I watch YouTube every day.
Really?
Every day.
What's on there that you watch?
There's so many things. There's a lot of like old classic. You remember Craig Ferguson's Late Show on CBS after David Letterman? All of the episodes of that's on there. Old game shows like Hollywood Squares and Lingo and all kinds of stuff, man.
So you don't have a girlfriend, do you?
Yeah, I would if they enjoyed doing stuff like this, but I haven't found a lady that likes that kind of thing yet.
Never asked you that, but I just kind of figured out that you didn't.
Yeah.
When you're watching that stuff at the house.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll get you some hair and I'm going to get you a girlfriend.
I don't think you're going to do either of those things.
Dude, I'm telling you, I got you covered, brother. I got you covered. I don't even remember what I was talking about because I just started laughing about you not having a girlfriend. Oh, I'm sorry.
What gave it away, John? Was it that I like to watch old game shows on YouTube, or was it like that I watch 10-year-old late-night television on YouTube?
Yes, Craig Ferguson. I was like, dude, they do have still late-night TV.
Yeah, but it's not like it was with Craig Ferguson.
I got you. I didn't even know he was that great back
then. No, he's
then.
great.
Oof. My man, Jay Morgan. Follow him at Jay Morgan Harder, please. We got a lot of great stuff. Plus, do y'all know that we have 6 games between Saturday to Monday? 2 National Football League games, 3 National Football League games on Sunday, 1 on Monday night. It's a wild card weekend.
No, it's a super wild card weekend.
It's a super.
What are we doing? Can we just call super everything? So is next round going to be the super first round of the playoffs? And then it's the super whatever next round, and then it's the Super Bowl. So are we just going to add super to every round of the playoffs until we get to the Super Bowl? Why not make it the super regular season? Super week 18. Super week 17 for that matter. I mean, please, super wild card weekend. What a made-up name, super.
It's super duper.
That's ridiculous.
It's super duper. But no, we got great stuff. We're gonna I'm gonna put out all the games that I'm gonna play.
That's you can't do it yet though.
I'm not doing it right this second.
Because that's what I was gonna ask you in the leadoff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I can call an audible.
I'm glad you told me. I actually plan to do a little segment. I'll probably go a little farther extensive after the leadoff, the reasons,
there's 6.
the whys, and the hows.
Mm-hmm.
But I also have to mention, I don't know if you realize this. Did you know David Coley is out at Houston? He got fired after 1 year.
Yeah.
Why are people shocked at that?
Well, I think people are just upset that he didn't get a fair shake, John, as you and I talked about.
Dude, he's 66 years old.
Yeah, but
he was hired to be what's called a bridge.
Stopgap, yeah.
A stop. I call it a bridge. Brother.
And he made what?
We're going over a river.
And he made like $15 million in doing that.
He made bank. He got money. And Nick Caserio, when he came in as GM, he was only dealing with like 22, 24 lawsuits with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, only.
Something crazy.
Right.
The team was already trash. By the way, Caserio tried to get a few other guys. When he struck out last year, he brought in Culley to be that stopgap. Right now, they're saying that Gerard Mayo. Do you remember Gerard Mayo?
Oh, played at Tennessee.
Dude, I'm so proud of you, and you usually don't know football.
I know old NCAA football players.
I got you. Well, Gerard Mayo is the lead candidate. He's the inside linebackers coach right now for the Patriots. Seems like that Bill Belichick Patriots tree gets a lot of love. And then also, they say Brian Flores.
Yeah, I saw Mike Golick Jr. say that yesterday, talking about how that's what Deshaun Watson had said he wanted to go to Miami because of Brian Flores. So maybe if they try and hire Brian Flores, maybe they're trying to keep Deshaun Watson around too.
Well, you've heard the rumors. I'm also going to tell a story in Hardwood about how Brian Flores and Tua Tagovailoa got in a big old screaming match.
Yeah, they don't like each other.
Brian Flores really just doesn't like Tua's ability.
No, he
doesn't.
Also,
by the way, I don't know if I'm just going to leak a little something.
Do it.
Did you know that he had Tua Tagovailoa, the head coach Brian Flores? This is going around, and of course, very. What's the former GM? The guy always drops all kinds of information. Mike something.
Florio. I don't know.
No, he wasn't a GM.
I know,
I'll
but-
get it. Anyway, point is, he started it. Now everybody's coming out there and said that he had Tua tested for PEDs 4 times.
Mike Tannenbaum.
Mike Tannenbaum. Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Royal Tenenbaums?
Oh, great movie.
Man,
Wes Anderson movie.
I did not ever watch it, but for some reason I remember the commercials and the name of it.
It's a classic.
Interesting. I'll have to maybe watch it one day on the YouTube.
No, but he and Tua did not get along at all. Brian Flores and Tua tested 4 times for PEDs. I mean, you could hear it in their voices. Whenever Flores was asked a question about Tua, he would kind of like roll his eyes and his voice would change. And whenever Tua was asked a question about Flo, he also would kind of do the same thing.
Flo.
That's his
There's
name.
only one Flo, Joe.
Oh,
Come on, buddy.
he's Flo.
Okay. All right. Flo Rider.
Oh, Florida.
Is it in that? And it looks like Florida.
No, it's literally Florida, but he separated the O and the R.
Man, Flo Rida. Man, you're going to learn more about rap listening to me.
I'm telling you what.
I'm telling you, I got my game on. Plus, we got to talk about Colts GM. I got a clip that we're going to play, by the way. I'm letting you know now.
Okay.
Chris Ballard. Did you hear what he said about Carson Wentz yesterday?
No.
It is fascinating.
I can't believe I missed it.
I can't wait to play it. It basically, I don't think there's anything that he said that was wrong. I think that everything that he said is the truth. But basically, he said you got to get consistent play from your quarterback. And obviously, he wasn't consistent the last 2 weeks.
That sounds like the opposite of what Carson Wentz is.
Yes. So, Colts GM Chris Ballard, everybody just thinks that Carson Wentz is going to be the guy going forward. I don't know. He kept it real yesterday. I'll play you that audio clip. I'm also going to play you the clip of the first YouTube video ever to have 10 billion views.
I love the song that we're going to play then.
Oh, you know what it is?
Oh, I know it.
Oh, you saw this?
Well, I mean, I know what has the most, and I knew it was going to make it to 10 billion first, and it's one of my favorites.
Unbelievable. It's actually, to me, you know what it's like?
What?
I heard a great quote on late night TV last night.
Not Craig Ferguson, though.
No, I don't remember who it was. He said it's like I wrote this down. Where did I write this down? It was one of the greatest things I've ever heard. I had to write it down. I was like,
Taking
oh my
late
God.
night notes.
That was the biggest insult I've ever heard. It says, hold on. Okay, vote of confidence.
Vote okay.
No. What exactly what was being said?
I don't. We were talking about Mike Tannenbaum and Tua and Brian Flores, and I lost our
Something that was bad. Oh, he likes Tua Tagovailoa as much as people like anchovies with a yeast infection.
Oh, gross.
That was on late night television last night. Well, not late night. It was like 10 o'clock. Is that when they start those suckers?
10:30.
10:30, close enough. It was still in the 10 o'clock hour.
Right.
I was like, that is the most disgusting description I've ever heard. Do you think, Mike? Do you think Brian Flores thinks that bad of Tua?
Yes. Oh no, it was Carson Wentz. We were talking about.
Oh, that's right. Do you think Chris Ballard thinks that bad of Carson Wentz?
Probably so.
Do you think Indy fans?
Here's the thing: Carson Wentz sometimes though looks like the greatest quarterback to ever play the game. It's just other times he looks like the worst quarterback to ever play the game.
I don't see the greatness like you do.
No, John, you've seen a pass or two from Carson Wentz where you're just like, oh my God, this guy's incredible. And then 2 plays later, he throws another pass and you're like, never mind, this guy's awful.
Dude, he's like Jeff George. I've
Yes.
seen Jeff George throw some of the greatest balls in the history of the world and then turn it over 3 times in a game.
Yeah, it's Carson Wentz's
And then
game,
go yell
man.
at his coach. And by the way, he had less hair than you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, he was probably older than I was at that point in time.
I don't know, man. He came out of college bald. But anyway, it's time to get to the leadoff. And I want to thank all my wonderful sponsors. And I have to tell you again, thank you to Hemp 2.0 for beating the COVID vaccine. Go get your CBD gummy treats, baby. You'll love me, you'll thank me, and you'll be healthy as can be. I'm in the box.
John, what is this music? Oh, I'll tell you what music it is.
I actually know. Hold on. Is it a car that drives in the road and then goes in the back of trucks?
Yes.
What is that called?
Well, kind of, but it's I'm sure he's done it before. It's James Bond. But what I was going to say is this is NFL bracketology music right here. This is what you play when you pick the NFL Super Wild Card Weekend games, okay?
Whoa.
So it's a little special edition today for the Wild Card games, John. And let's start on Saturday with the Raiders at the Bengals. The Bengals I have as 5.5-point favorites. The over-under on this game is 48.5, John. How are you going to play the Raiders and Bengals?
I hate to say it. The Raiders realistically got here on a Hail Mary prayer. Like the fact that they did beat the Cardinals and Carson Wentz was so trash. I mean, the Indianapolis Colts and Carson Wentz because they were so trash 2 weeks ago.
Right.
In Indy when Indy needed it. Yeah, that was kind of impressive. But everybody thought they were going to lose to the Chargers. But Brandon Staley is an idiot. He's going for the ball. He's going for it on 4th down inside their own 20.
In the first half.
In the first half of a football game. That's kind of idiot. He's so stupid.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Then he keeps his own team out of the postseason by calling the timeout with 38 seconds. Listen, this Raiders team, all the stuff that they've been through this year, I got to just the John Madden, Henry Ruggs, John Gruden, what's their cornerback? Damian Arnett.
You're right, Arnett.
And then they had another deadgum DUI not too long ago, and I can't forget, and that was from another
Raider.
Yes. The point is, it's been a crazy season. The fact that they're here is cute. But they're not going to beat Cincinnati. Do you know Joe Burrow has probably the best weapons in all of football?
He does.
Joe Burrow, with those weapons, plays as good as anybody that I've seen in a long, long time. Dude is a baller, right?
He's a shot caller.
Baller, shot caller.
So you're leaning Bengals then?
I'm not just leaning
You're taking
Bengals. I'm all over the Bengals. Joe Burrow is there. You got T. Higgins. You got Jamar Chase. You got a defense that's hungry. And guess where the game's at?
In Cincinnati.
Dude, you know that Cincinnati's going to be tore up from the floor up. They're going to party like rock stars.
Before we move on from this game, though, what do you think about the 48.5? I really like the under 48.5 in this game.
I don't know, man. Derek Carr and the little Hunter Renfrow connection has been amazing this year. They've been scoring points of late. The problem is I think the biggest issue for the Raiders is their defense. They aren't changing anything up. They run the most vanilla defense and they don't have exceptional players.
Deep
You
zone.
had Tampa Bay. You remember the Bucks back in the day when they ran just the Tampa 2 and they came out there and told you to beat that junt?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they had people at all three levels. You had Warren Sapp. You had Derek Brooks at linebacker. And then, don't forget John Lynch on the back end. Out at corner, you had a barber, baby. And I ain't talking about a dude that cuts your hair.
No, Rondé.
Tiki did television. He was a pretty good running back, too.
He was.
But I just think that Raiders defense doesn't have the playmakers, and I think, oh my goodness, Joe Burrow drops a 30-burger all over their face at home in their first playoff game. So I'm not touching the total, and if I took it, I'm going over just for what I think the Bengals are going to do all over their face.
Wow, 30-burger. Okay, John, let's do the other Saturday game before we have to move to break here. Patriots at the Bills. The Patriots and Bills have played two exciting games this year. The first one was the windiest game maybe in the history of football, and then the Bills beat the brakes, as you would say, beat the brakes off the Patriots. Bills are favored by 4 in this one. The over-under is 44.5. John, how are we playing the Patriots and Bills?
Man, this one I've been back and forth on all
I can't
week.
decide, but I had to take one with Dave.
I've been back and forth all dead gum week. I want you to think about it. Just look at it. It seems so obvious to me, doesn't it? Like, Josh Allen is a bad man. Mac Jones is
not a bad man. Less of a bad man.
He's a cute little quarterback.
Yeah, cute
okay?
guy. Cute guy.
I mean, you know what? He's
Smart
very
kid.
smart.
Yeah.
He gets the ball out. He throws it to the right guy. But the problem is, I don't know if he has the arm to cut through the wind. I don't know if he can handle the cold, really. When they were in Buffalo last time, they ran the ball 3 times. But then when they played in New England, when the wind wasn't blowing 40 miles an hour with snow pouring down,
beat them up.
Buffalo beat them up. But Bill Belichick in the postseason,
I'm telling you,
scares the heck out of me.
That's why 4 is a great number for this game because, I mean, you like the points with the Patriots, but at the same time, like you said, Mac Jones against Josh Allen, I don't know.
It seems so dead gum easy. You got Diggs. We got the COVID conspiracist, which is beautiful, and Cole Beasley, Dylan Gabriel's doing all kinds of magic. It seems so easy to take the Bills. This game I am so scared of that if I was going to touch it, touch,
like your iPhone,
I would have to parlay them with somebody like the Bengals minus the 5.5 or 6, whatever you have it at. and parlay them with the Bills' money line. I think the Bills somehow get a win, but I could see this junk coming down to a field goal.
Me too.
I could see this thing being 21-20. I could see something crazy. I mean,
you know, John, it seems like after 18 weeks of regular season football, the Vegas odds makers are pretty on the nose with all these lines.
yes, they are. And you know some dogs are going to come in.
You know it.
It's not going to be just a bunch of favorites. It's not going to be that way. Oh, man. It's a division. And by the way, it's a division rivalry.
It's a division game.
What do?
Yo, you always take the points because you have to throw the records out.
You got to throw the records
which you
out.
already do for the playoffs, though.
But I would actually wait if I were you. I think this sucker is going to climb a little bit, maybe as much as a point. That 5 would look good. That way it would help you with your teaser. The money line would be different if you wanted to go money line. But I like the Patriots defense. I like the way they run their football. I like their head coach. And I also have a great story during Hardwood today. You know Sean McDaniels, right?
Oh, Sean McDaniels, the weirdo that coaches the Rams.
No.
That's Sean McVay. Excuse me. Sean McDaniels, the weirdo that coaches the Bills.
Nope. That's Sean McDermott.
Sean McDermott. Oh, man.
Know your Sean's, brother.
I don't know all my Sean's.
He's the offensive coordinator for the Patriots.
Wow. That's Josh
It's amazing.
That's Josh McDaniels.
Who did I say?
Sean.
Dude, Sean John. It's a clothing wear.
Yeah.
Well,
it's Josh, though.
Yeah, it's Josh. Yeah.
Sean Josh.
Don't even talk to me anymore. No, the funny thing, did you hear yesterday about the what dropped?
No.
Ex-linebacker. I don't know if you remember this, but my man, Mr. Williams, DJ Williams, came out there yesterday on the podcast. It's the I Am an Athlete podcast.
Oh,
Have you ever listened to this?
The I Am the Athlete podcast.
Well, he came out and basically said that they started 6-0 that year when Josh. Dude, I was hanging out with Sean, the bartender. It's Swing Sweets. I'll talk about it. I got Sean in the brain. Josh McDaniels, who had Tim Tebow and all that good stuff. But they started off his coaching career with Denver. Did you know they started 6-0?
Yeah, and then Tebow.
Yeah. I don't care about that. 6-0. Williams said this. He said, we started the season first, like 6-0. We really thought we were good. He says a bunch of nice things at first. He's like, there was no coach that I thought was more prepared and gave a better, game script of what the other team was going to do. He said then they found out when they went over to London at Wembley Stadium, their little cameraman got busted taping the other team's practices. Josh McDaniels got fined $50,000. It was kind of like Spygate 2, Spygate Part 2, if you know what I'm saying. So he said that Josh McDaniels, came from the Patriot system, and they just flat out cheat. So we'll see what happens. Do you think the Patriots can still cheat?
No.
Not anymore. I don't either. But Josh McDaniels from DJ Williams' mouth said the only reason they ever won a football game is because they knew what the other team was doing. Don't touch that dial. We got 4 more games. Wait, how many we break down?
We broke down 2, so we have 4 more.
We got 4 more games. My math skills are out of control on a beautiful Friday on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Be sure to follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows. Stay up to date with station events and have chances to win prizes from Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Acura of Memphis invites you to experience the all-new, completely redesigned 2022 Acura MDX. It's the most advanced SUV Acura has ever built. Experience the convenience of full connectivity, including built-in Alexa, Wi-Fi hotspot, and wireless charging, from the stunning interior complete with third-row seating. Stop by our state-of-the-art facility and take advantage of our aggressive APR offers today at Ridgeway and 385. Or shop online from the convenience of home now. Visit AcuraofMemphis.com.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roof Services. As we all know, Memphis can be a hotbed for severe weather, and that weather can play havoc on our roofs. Most people don't know what they should do first when they're concerned about the condition of their roof. Call their insurance company, call a contractor, or trust a door-to-door salesman that's making claims that are hard to believe. My advice would be call the contractor that you know and trust. If you don't know any, research your local contractors and give 2 or 3 a call. I hope your research will lead you to us. Have your roof inspected, decide for yourself what you should should do and whether or not you should file a claim with your insurance company. It's your home, it's your policy, and it's your money. Don't let anyone pressure you into anything. If you give 5S Roofing a call, we promise personal service with a member of our family with no pressure and no hype. 5S Roof Services, proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. 5S Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
5S Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill.
I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Get Upside, the free gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app?
Yes, up to 25 cents a gallon, cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Some months I make $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code BOOST for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your next fill-up. You can cash out anytime to PayPal or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code BOOST for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BOOST.
The new year means the Start Something New sales event is on, so get ready at Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat on the Pike. 2021 Jeep Renegade Latitude, $339 a month or $26,250. And get ready for adventure in 2021 Jeep Cherokee Latitude, $429 a month. Get Stone Cold Strength in 2021 Dodge Charger XST at $459 a month. And the Muscle Masterpiece 2021 Dodge Challenger GT, $488 a month. Trade up and we'll give you more for your ride at Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat. So drive past the rest and come to the best or shop online, GossettMotorCars.net.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 75 months, 3.99 APR. Must finance with Chrysler Capital, $3,500 down. Renegade MPN 27951, MSRP 285. Cherokee MD 235765, MSRP 32090. Charger XSD MH 659742, MSRP 35385. Challenger GT MH 665256, MSRP 37475. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 2/3/2022 with approved credit. Dealer stock only.
Listen Sundays at 11 a.m. to join Idlewild Presbyterian Church for worship. Idlewild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
Welcome to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. The first hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com. Now, here is your host, Johnny Radio himself, John Harden.
If my words did glow with the gold of sunshine, and my tunes were played on the harp unstrung, would you hear my voice come through the music?
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour on a beautiful Friday. Jay Morgan Harder's in the house. We're hanging out in the Family Leisure Studios where family and fun come together. Family Leisure, 2120 Whitten Road, just north of I-40. Anything fun, anything for your house, your inside, your outside, the backyard, arcades, foosball tables, air hockey, shuffleboards, pool tables. They have so much more. Family Leisure, 2120 Whitten Road, just north of I-40. We've been talking a little NFL action. We got 6 games between Saturday and Monday night. Rams and the Cardinals play on Monday Night Football in the first wild card Monday Night Football game ever. I'm fired up about that, and I got a great thing for you.
Okay.
I finally found my notes on who I'm betting on. And guess what?
What?
I hate to say it. I went back and looked at it. I'm definitely, of course, everybody's taking the Cincinnati Bengals. In fact, if you look at Cincinnati, when it comes to their offense in the AFC, is there a better offense other than maybe Kansas City or Buffalo? Maybe. Because you got, of course, the man, the myth, the living legend, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. You have Joe Mixon, who's running like a madman. Don't forget T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd. They've got weapons out the frame. The Raiders are going to get torched. Love the Bengals. But also I reminded myself of this. Buffalo does have this guy named Josh Allen, who I did talk about.
Jalen.
Did you know it's going to be one of the coldest days in NFL history?
Yeah, 4 degrees is is what it's projected to be.
Josh Allen's learned from Bart Scott to take Viagra because he has cold feet. And it'll increase your circulation so his feet will not be as cold. He'll play really good. But, dude, Stephon Diggs, Emmanuel Sanders, Cole Beasley, Gabriel Davis. They have Devin Singletary. What about the emergence of Dawson Knox?
He's been great.
They have weapons, man. Where I look at the Patriots, I mean, Jacoby Myers, Hunter Henry, Kendrick Bourne, and Mac Jones.
Jonnu Smith, but Jonnu Smith is hurt, I think.
Damian Harris, maybe. Yeah, Jonnu's down. Ramondre Stevens. They were fantasy gold for a few weeks, by the way. Fantasy gold for running the football, but not for passing it. I don't think the Patriots have a chance. So I have now 2 favorites, and they're both on Saturday. I got Cincinnati covering. I got Buffalo covering, but I do have some dogs. Are you ready?
Hungry dogs.
What's your next team that you want me to break down?
My next game here, John, is the first one on Sunday. It's at noon on Fox. It's the Eagles and the Bucks. The Buccaneers are favored by 8.5 points. The over-under for this game is 46. John, how are you going to bet this one?
It's a nooner.
It's a nooner.
It's a nooner, and you know what I'm going to do at noon? I'm going to stay down. I'm going to stay with the under in this game. It's 46.
46.
Come on now. It's 46. 46? Listen, the Buccaneers defense, what are they most equipped to do?
Stop the pass.
No, stop the run. Their
Stop
secondary
the
is
run.
decimated.
There was only 2 options.
You
I had
got
to guess.
Vita Vea, Ndamukong Suh, Devin White. Their front 7 is flat out nasty. They're going to be busting people left and right. Don't forget who's coming back. Mr. I blew off my finger.
JPP.
Oh, I was wondering if you knew who it was. Yes,
Yeah.
Jason Pierre-Paul, Mr. Firework.
Yeah.
He's balling still. He's
Shot
healthy.
calling.
He's missed 2 games, but he's back. They can stop the run. What do the Eagles do?
They run.
They run the dead gum football.
Unless you trust Jalen Hurts to sling it 40 times.
What? I mean, how many times can he throw it? Listen,
We can't throw it
Devontae
20.
Smith is a young cat. Jalen Rager's finally playing really good football. This is a good young nucleus. I think Dallas Goedert's playing out of his mind too. But man, let me just tell you something.
But under 46.
The Eagles are not going to be able to run on Tampa Bay. In Tampa Bay, they can't shoot all their bullets when they're playing the Eagles. They're not the number 1 seed. They got a nice little run. They're the number 2 seed. And they got Tom Brady, but that offense without Antonio Brown, oh, are you scared with him not having Antonio Brown? No, not really, because they also don't have Chris Godwin, but you do have Mike Evans.
Yeah, Mike Evans.
You got Rob Gronkowski.
Gronk.
You got, 2 superstars right there. And Leonard Fournette.
Best pass catching back in the league this year.
And he's coming off the, he's been banged up and had a little hammy issue. He's going to be back running the football. I like the Tampa Bay Bucks to win the game. I'm not touching the spread. I think that the Eagles might have a chance to cover this. One, because I don't think either team's going to score more than 21 points. I think it's going to be a defensive slug 'em, beat 'em up. I can see this Junt being like 21-13, and you lose by 0.5 point if you took the Buccaneers. You see what I'm saying?
I do.
So if you go under 46, don't you feel a lot more comfortable?
Yeah,
Let's take that money. We're going under with the Eagles-Buccaneers game that starts at noon on Fox on Sunday.
So under 46. Okay, so we're not taking that one. But if you had to, you would say the Bucks money line if you were forced to take something.
If I was forced to take something, no, that money line's too big, man. If I was forced
but
to
like
take
you could
it, I
parlay
take the
it
plus.
with something. Yeah.
I take the 8.5.
Okay.
But I like the under. I'm not betting on the 8.5, but I like the under.
Betting under. Okay, well let's go to the second game. This is a super anticipated game. 3:30 on CBS. 49ers at Cowboys, John. The Cowboys are 3-point favorites. The over-under 51. I saw this morning 70% of the money is on the 49ers, John. Does that scare you at all, and how are you going to bet this one? 70% of the money on the 49ers. That's a lot of points, as good as the Cowboys. I mean, that's a lot of money. A lot of people on the Niners as good as the Cowboys are.
It's called early smart money is on the 49ers because the regular public's going to wake up on Saturday, and they're going to start pounding their Cowboys, and the thing's going to even out. I like the 49ers too. I think Debo Samuel's one of the biggest difference makers in the game this year. He is the only dude who's ever ran it for over 300 yards, caught the ball for over 1,000 yards. He's a baller. His name is Debo. Micah Parsons is great. A lot of guys are great. But Debo, George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, Elijah Mitchell.
And a coach that schemes the run.
Physical football team that runs the ball down your throat. Do you know what when you run the football it does?
A war of attrition.
No, it also it does wear down the defense, but it also messes up your pass rush. Micah Parsons can't blitz and be Micah Parsons if he's having to cover people, if they're running the football down their throat, if he's having to tackle Debo out of the backfield or Elijah Mitchell, if he's having if they're throwing little out routes to George Kittle, he's not going to have the time to get back there. I think the 49ers are the worst matchup in Wild Card Weekend for the Cowboys because they can neutralize the pass rush. My man Diggs is bad to the bone. You like Trayvon Diggs, right?
Love Trayvon Diggs.
Dude's a baller. But you know what? He bites on a lot of those routes.
That's how he gets so many
in the routes. That's
interceptions.
why he gets so many interceptions. Little play action, pump fake from Jimmy G. Next thing you know, down the field to Ayuk, bing, bang, boom, big play.
Especially how well they run the football, too.
And guess who averages more yards after the catch than anybody in the National Football League?
Debo!
And I ain't talking about Debo's wings. Those were some good wings back in the day. Do they still have Debo's?
I don't think so.
But, man, Debo Samuels, I think he's going to be all the hot sauce this weekend. I like the 49ers. I think Dak Prescott's struggled down the stretch. We've seen games where he's looked like the greatest quarterback in the National Football League, and we've seen games where he looks like Trevor Lawrence.
Like Carson Wentz.
Man, yeah. Who else is really, really bad that you don't like? Davis Mills.
I love. Wait, whoa! That's
just kidding. You love him.
Taking it too far.
That's taking it too far.
So you think the Niners win outright?
I think the Niners win straight up. Take the 49ers on the money line. Take the 49ers on with the points. Take the 49ers. Man, it ain't. Hey, listen. I know Deion Sanders ain't walking through that door for either team, but whatever team he walked through, they won that. I have a feeling that Deion's spirit is with the 49ers this week.
Niners. Okay, two more quick ones, John, before we get to the end of this. Steelers at the Chiefs. Chiefs are favored by 12.5. Over under 46. 46 is a popular over under this week. Steelers, probably the worst team in the playoffs, John. How are you going to play this game if you do? This is a scary one.
The Steelers. This is just kind of like, look,
12.5 points.
Listen, Najee Harris is a good running back. Ben Roethlisberger will be a Hall of Fame quarterback. You got Deontay Johnson, who's done his thing. You got their tight end, Pat Freiermuth. He's been pretty good, but their offense also had 3 games where they didn't score a single point. 3 consecutive games. They've had some fourth quarter magic. Somehow T.J. Watt has helped this team. But the biggest Achilles heel, what's the biggest weakness on what you would say the Pittsburgh Steelers? And no, it's not their quarterback play. It's their offensive line is trash. Their offensive line is not any good. What do the Chiefs like to do?
Bring pressure.
Beat your face in.
No, I was just guessing. That's the wrong answer.
They do bring pressure.
Okay, good.
But the Honey Badger also, Steve Spagnuolo, the defensive coordinator, he does everything. He ain't like the Raider. He will cover 0, cover 1, press, man, zone, blitz. He will do anything he can. But Chris Jones, Jaron Reed, Frank Clark, Anthony Hitchens, I think they're all over it. You got Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger. You got L'Jarius Sneed. I love this defense. This Steelers team is in deep trouble. And those points are so high that a lot of people out there, I think, will be like, dude, that's too many points for the playoffs, even for the Steelers.
That's what I did this morning.
So I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs, who are so much more talented. They are just, and it's Patrick Mahomes. It's playoff time. It's time for him to boogie.
Patty Ice.
He's Patty Ice. He's got to do something because everybody hates Jackson so much. If they want to keep liking Patrick Mahomes, you're going to have to play really good in the playoffs because his brother is like one of the most disliked people on social media.
TikTok star. Last one here, John. Rams-Cardinals. Rams are 4-point favorites at home. This is the Monday night game. This is a great game. This is a really hard one to pick. Over under 49.5. How are you going to play this one? Divisional game. You know what that means.
Sir. Throw out the records. I think the Rams beat the brakes off the Cardinals in SoFi.
I think so too, John.
Listen.
Everyone says Matt Stafford's a loser. You know, the Cardinals haven't even played a playoff game as a group yet. But, you know, that's just me.
I love Christian Kirk. I like A.J. Green. I like Zach Ertz, but you have no DeAndre Hopkins. And James Conner, who looked like one of the best backs in the National Football League, has not down the stretch. He's not a healthy 100% James Conner. Kyler Murray's a bad mamma jamma, but they got some studs on that deadgum Rams defense. I mean, Von Miller's going to come off that edge. Who's going to come up that middle? Oh, Aaron Donald. You got Jalen Ramsey, who's ticked because he's not an all-pro by the NFL Network or whatever it was. He was mad this week. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He went off. So I think that you're going to see a very angry Rams team. I still trust Sean McVay, the coach for the Rams. I don't trust Cliff Kingsbury as well. And this is going to sound weird. J.J. Watt is not J.J. Watt, and that defense has not been the same since he really got injured. Do they have a lot of linebackers? Do they have Budda Baker on the back? Absolutely. Do they still have some of the better pass rushers? Yes. But this is a team that there's something amiss. There's something amiss. So I'm taking the Rams. I think Matt Stafford does not turn the football over. I think Cooper Kupp is open every deadgum time. I think OBJ catches a touchdown. I think the Rams roll. 2 touchdowns on Monday night. 2 tutties. Favorite game is Cincinnati. Second favorite game is the Rams. Don't you dare touch that dial. And remember this, because it's very, very important. Are you in love with alcohol? Probably shouldn't be in love with it. But you know what you should do? You should think to yourself, if I want a cocktail or if life handed me lemons, I don't need to freak out. I don't need to overindulge. I just need to indulge in some Tito's handmade vodka. It's Friday night. I'm going to have a drink. You got a bottle of Tito's in your house? You should. If you don't, go to the local liquor store. You can get 1.75 liters of Tito's handmade vodka that's crafted right here in the United States down in Austin, Texas for $30 or less. A top 10 vodka, and it ain't a top 10 price. They got you covered over at Tito's. Get your Tito's on today. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
You have opinions?
Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad.
We want to hear them. Call or text us on the AutoZone listener line at 360-8255. That's the AutoZone listener line at 901-360-8255.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Hey people, if you're ready for some car and truck shopping or ready to sell any vehicle today, All-Star Chevy in Olive Branch is where you want to be. All the Silverados, Tahoes, Suburbans, and Blazers are coming in here at Olive Branch. Yes, right here at All-Star Chevrolet. Just ask for Kevin or Jeff. They'll show you all the choices here and in the pipeline. Seriously, these will go fast, so try to get here this week. Our All-Star Chevy friends have been spot on getting all the best 21s and 22s you want, and in all the colors you want. 0% financing is available, and your good credit deserves it. Go to allstarautogroup.com and look at all the pre-owned and certified pre-owned Chevys, Silverados, Tahoes, Suburbans, and go big. Check out the Corvette Stingray. And if you want to sell any car or truck and get a check today, remember, it's not South Haven, not the Pike, not Mount Moriah or Collierville. It's got to be Olive Branch, people. So find new roads to All-Star Chevrolet in Olive Branch or go to allstarautogroup.com.
I struggled with symptoms like frequent gas and stomach pain for years.
I was bloated all the time with daily diarrhea.
At first, I thought it was what I was eating.
I kept thinking it was stomach issues.
So I did my research and talked to my doctor, and we finally uncovered the truth.
It was actually EPI. Exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, is a condition where your pancreas is unable to help break down your food.
It can lead to symptoms like diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools.
And EPI symptoms can be confused with those of other common digestive conditions, like irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's, and celiac disease.
So getting to the right diagnosis meant being more open with my doctor about the severity of my symptoms and how often they were happening.
But there's good news. EPI is manageable, so don't wait any longer. Use the symptom checker at identifyepi.com and schedule a visit or call with your doctor to ask, could I have EPI?
Sponsored by AbbVie.
Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. I'm here at Town Village Audubon Park interviewing a new resident, Carolyn. Share with us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home at Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home, Town Village.
It's free furnace time. Hi, this is John Conway with Conway Services. Are you considering replacing your air conditioning system this spring? January is our slowest month of the year. Our warehouse is full and our crews are slow. So to spark business during these cold winter months, Conway Services is giving away Carrier 80% gas furnaces absolutely free with the purchase of a standard Carrier air conditioning system. That's right, purchase a Carrier air conditioning system in the month of January and get a gas furnace absolutely free. If that's not enough, we'll include an April air cleaner, a 10-year parts warranty, and a free Nest thermostat. That's up to $2,000 in savings. Plus, get your new system for as low as $139 per month, or 12 months interest-free. Now, you can do that. And you know with Conway Services, you'll be receiving our award-winning service every time. And the first 30 callers with a 10-year-old air conditioning system will come out and inspect it absolutely free.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. I got Jay Morgan Harder in the house, and Dan Favali is going to join us at noon. We're going to talk all things NBA. He does a podcast, Hardwood Knocks, of course, and he's also covering the NBA for Bleacher Report. We're going to talk about them Grizzlies and all the things going on in the National Basketball Association. But before we do all that good stuff, Association. I cannot speak, by the way, very well today.
Association.
My ears, I can't hear. I'm going to go get what they call it, a sinus cocktail
Sinus
shot
cocktail,
today.
a little booty shot.
Yeah, I sound probably like speaking through my nose.
In through the nose, out through the mouth. That's what they always say.
Yeah, that's
how you breathe.
Yeah, that's true. But speaking of all that, just like letting you know, not having one of my better days. But I have some great news. You know who's had a great year? And better days are still ahead, I believe. A whole lot of people in the NFL, because the AP NFL All-Pro team came out today. 5 players were unanimous. All-Pro team. Cooper Kupp, Devontae Adams. They were all unanimous. What about Jonathan Taylor? He was too. So is Ed Rusher, TJ Watt, and Aaron Donald. Now, the whole team consists, of course, who do you think the quarterback is? Aaron Rodgers.
A-Rod.
Yes, I told you Jonathan Taylor is the running back. Mark Andrews, tight end. They had 3 wide receivers. Kupp, Adams, I already said, but also Debo, who I think is going to be huge in Big D. You have their left tackles, center, right guard. I don't think y'all really care. So we'll go to the defense. The edge rushers, TJ Watt, Myles Garrett. Defensive line, Cam Hayward, Aaron Donald, Darius Leonard at linebacker, Micah Parsons linebacker. Oh, my gosh, Devondre Campbell for Green Bay also got on there. Cornerbacks, Trayvon Diggs for Dallas, Jalen Ramsey for the Rams. Now, Jalen Ramsey can now calm down because, this is the one that matters. He's on it. Kevin Byard for Tennessee and Jordan Poyer. That's the all-pros. Nobody cares about the linemen or the kickers except for Gabe Kuda. Will tell you all about the linemen, I'm sure, earlier. But Chris Ballard went banana sandwiches this week. He was asked, and you know what? Chris Ballard, the GM for the Colts, was talking about his quarterback, And all you can say, he's keeping it real.
When we made the decision after Phillip retired and we made the decision to make a move on Carson, at the time of the decision, we felt good about it. And I still don't regret the decision at the time. I'm not going to, just sitting here today, just so y'all know, I won't make a comment on who's going to be here next year. That's not fair. That's not fair to any player. I thought Carson did some good things, and there's a lot of things that he needs to do better. You know, our passing game has to be better.
I mean,
wow. Did he just keep that real?
Super 100%. Kept it 100 as the kids
He kept
say.
it 100, man. They're definitely going to bring in some competition to battle with Carson next year, and I don't blame them. You have 2 games to close, and you have the Raiders and the Jaguars. Think about this. You have the Raiders and the Jaguars.
You just got to win one.
You just got to win one dead-gum football game, and you failed. But the most embarrassing thing is you go to Jacksonville in Week 18 or that unprepared. Jacksonville Jags beat their butts for the Colts to make the playoffs, and Carson Wentz was absolute trash. His days are numbered, I believe, in Indy, but you know what time it is? It's time to switch gears. We're going to talk a little NBA, but I do also want to remind you this, because we're talking NBA with Dan Favale. You know where all the playoff games are going to be this weekend, don't you? Right here on Sports 56, 98.5 FM. Saturday, we have the Raiders and Bengals at 3. Then we have a little Ole Miss Auburn basketball action that night. Sunday, you got the Eagles at the Bucks, 49ers at the Cowboys, Steelers at the Chiefs, and, of course, the Cardinals at the Rams on Monday night. Sports 56, we got your NFL action covered 24/7, don't we? Ballin' shot calling. Speaking of that, Dan Favale, we're going to talk about that Grizzlies team. They've been balling shot calling. John Morant's playing out of his mind. John Conchar, 17 rebounds and 15 points. Trey J, 3 games with 5 blocks. Did you know that?
Yeah, it's something.
3 games in a row. He's had 5 blocks in those games.
It's a lot of blocks.
That's balling. Grizzlies won 11 straight. They play tonight Dallas. They play on MLK Day on Monday against the Chicago Bulls. We're talking NBA with Dan Favale on the other side on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
And if the band you're in starts playing different tunes, I'll see you on the dark side of the moon.
It's a new year. That means it's time for a floor model sale at Family Leisure. You can help Family Leisure make room for all the new 2022 products that are coming in. All floor models are priced to move right now. If it's on the floor, it's on sale. But you better hurry to get these special savings, because once these floor models are gone, folks, they're gone. We're talking theater seating, massage chairs, arcades, foosball and hockey tables, all on sale. Shuffleboard tables, pool tables, they're on sale too. Plus, there's so much more on sale, and you can get New Year's deals on spas and swimming pools as well. Family Leisure needs the room for new inventory. So what's here has got to go. You can help them. The floor model sale is happening now at Family Leisure, Whitten Road at I-40, where family and fun come together. Happy New Year from our good friends at Family Leisure.
Millions of people use Zoom Phone, the innovative and feature-rich cloud phone system for businesses of any size. Zoom Phone is simple to use, whether you're on a mobile device, desktop, laptop, or desk phone. And because every call is important to your business, Zoom Phone was built with reliability in mind, using geographic redundancy to keep your communications online. Empower your workforce with Zoom Phone. Visit zoom.com/phone system. Zoom, how the world connects.
Brett Norsworthy for FanDuel and Wild Card Weekend. It just got wilder. FanDuel Sportsbook is hooking up new customers with 30-1 enhanced odds. That means you can bet 5 to win $150 on any team to win any wild card game. Just sign up for FanDuel Sportsbook and make a deposit to claim your 30-1 enhanced odds. Already have a FanDuel Sportsbook account? FanDuel's hooking up all customers with $50 when you refer a friend, plus your friend will get $50 as well. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app using promo code CASH and pick your wild card team before kickoff. Must be 21 or older and present in Tennessee. New users only. $10 first deposit required. Must wager in designated offer market. Max bonus $150. Bonus for Tennessee users fulfilled in site credit within 72 hours. Tennessee site credit
Expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call the Tennessee Red Line at 1-800-889-9789.
Welcome to Triumph Auto Sales, where you'll have a great car buying experience. Triumph Auto Sales is your #1 source of quality pre-owned vehicles ranging from lease returns to new car trades, all at huge savings. Plus, Triumph has a full array of financing options to meet your needs. Find your next car online at triumphautosales.com or stop in today at 4875 Elmore Road. Triumph Auto Sales will help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need and the service you deserve. For a great car and a great experience from a local and family-owned business, visit Triumph Auto Sales.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away, wonder this time where she's gone. Wonder if she's gonna stay. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and this house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. I got Jay Morgan in the house, and we talked a lot of NFL today. Talked a lot of NFL because we got 6 wild card games between Saturday and Monday. We got the Raiders, Bengals, got Eagles, Bucks, 49ers, Cowboys, Steelers, Chiefs. How about them Cardinals, them Rams, man? We got some really good football games. I'm very excited about all these bad boys. But you know what? The Grizzlies are the hottest team in basketball right now. Ja Morant has basically been torching planet Earth. He's tearing it up. Do you remember that crazy talk we had earlier when Ja Morant was out for 7-8 game stretch? They won a whole bunch of games. And he came back and they lost that first game, and crazy people were like, "Oh my goodness,
they're worse with Ja.
They're actually better without Ja." And I'm like, "Whoa!" People have lost their dead gum mind. Now you know that if you actually said that stuff, you are absolutely crazy. But it's time to talk all things NBA, especially about them Grizzlies with Dan Favale. He's over there doing NBA work with Bleacher Report. Don't forget he also does Hardwood Knocks. Listen to his podcast and follow him on Twitter at Dan Favale. He joins me now. What's up, Dan?
How you doing, John? Thanks for having me.
Man, I'm doing absolutely wonderful. How's the basketball season been for you so far?
It has been a whirlwind of inconsistency and confusion, but I'm starting to enjoy it once again overall.
Man, it has been a little wild. Heck, last night's the Golden State game last night was a little bit crazy. I know you weren't expecting that, were you?
No, I mean, once you know Draymond Green is out, Derek Tate II had an injury, but Golden State's offense has been, kind of blah for a while now. So it's definitely concerning for them to turn in a performance like that in a stretch like they've had over the past month or so.
Yeah, and Giannis looked like a bad mamma jamma last night for the Bucks as they dropped the Warriors 118-99. But the first half was the story. That was a crazy. What was that? What were they up by? 30 some odd points, 38.
I ended up losing track. I had to turn that game off. It got way too ugly.
It was very, very ugly. But I want to talk about these Grizzlies. Memphis, very, very small market team, maybe the smallest market in the NBA. A lot of fans did not know about them Grizzlies or Ja Morant. I mean, they know about him. They thought of him as that little cute team. They remember Mark Gasol, Tony Allen, things like that, Mike Conley. But this young Grizzlies core, Taylor Jenkins, what Zach Kleiman's doing, are you as surprised as we are in Memphis?
Yeah, I mean, I'm floored by their performance this season. I was so wrong about them entering the year, and looking at this stretch specifically, just what they've shown on so many different fronts. What they've been able to do offensively on the break, what they've been able to do on the offensive glass, what Ja Morant has been able to do for scoring at all these levels, from their defense around the basket, some of the pressure they're putting on opposing three-point shooters. Looking at their season in sum, I think Desmond Bane, we did see hints of him doing this in Summer League, but he has to be one of the most surprising players in the league when you look at his performance wire to wire and the ball skills that he's shown. This team is deep. It is it can play fast. It's probably a little rocky in the half court, but Steven Adams helps them there, crashing the glass, hitting in tip-ins. They just do so many things, and this stretch has included a ton of quality victories. And here we are, basically midway through the season, and they have these records can be a little bit weird just given the inconsistent availability every team's had, but they have the second best record in the league against opponents above 500 right now. And I don't think that's something anyone could have seen coming, right along with them being third in the Western Conference this late into the year.
Yeah, everybody here in Memphis today, before the season started, we were thinking, hey, 8, 7, maybe a 6 seed. Now everything's gone out the door. People are thinking championship. I don't know if they're quite ready to do that, but I don't know anybody playing better right now or better team basketball. And I'm kind of wondering if a lot of the national media realize this perception. You got a bunch of guys out there who were under-recruited in college or have had to go through a whole lot of stuff to get to the point where they're at. And it feels like this team is basically just every night they go out there, they're playing with a huge chip on their shoulder.
Yeah, there's an element to that. I think, you look at Desmond Bain specifically, and he's, I think, forced some people, especially some good teams, to kind of rethink the whole mode of, well, does it really matter if we're drafting an older rookie in the middle or the later of the first round just because of how good he is? There's this stigma that there's capped upside, or maybe they just won't be as good overall because they were in college for longer. They're older in general. And to see him really thrive, I'm wondering if we just see, and we've seen other examples of this in the more recent past, but Desmond Bain being the highest end example right now. I'm wondering if that maybe changes some teams' draft strategies when we start looking at how the first round unfolds. And I think there was also, with Memphis in general, there's been a tendency to just write them off in each of the past 3 years, including this one, despite them getting to the playoffs. They have had the look and feel of a team that would be in transition. I think even this summer with the Steven Adams for Jonas Valanciunas swap, and there were obviously other elements there, that wasn't something that I was necessarily a fan of, but I thought it was a harbinger of, okay, this team is, sort of catering to the bigger picture, and they were. The thing is that they're just good enough to cater to the immediate one, too. And so they've just been a shock on so many levels to me this season.
Yeah, and everybody, like I said, they're just absolutely floored at how things have gone. But what do you think about things going forward? Do you think this is just one of those crazy runs by a bunch of guys who are playing with a chip on their shoulder? Or is this a team, realistically, that can make some noise in the postseason?
Yeah, I think the truth lies somewhere in between for them if they don't make any changes this year. You have to assume that, like Desmond Bain is going to shoot 1 trillion% from three. I do think that their offense is probably a little bit too predicated on transition and then maybe second chance opportunities in the half court. And so it'd be nice to see them get sort of still another creator type who could create better from those from scratch situations and give them more, I'll call it multi-level scoring, because it doesn't feel like, aside from John Morant, they have someone who's going to really help them score it at every level right now. And I think even longer term, you have some guys coming off expiring contracts entering free agency. How much of this team is still together? But I think is currently constructed. I would be shocked at this point if they don't finish in the top 6 of the West. And I don't really care who you are in the first round. Even if you're going to be favored against the Grizzlies, that's a series that you're going to feel against this team, even if you win it. So I think they're firmly in the territory of no one should want to face them in the playoffs, and it really would not shock me, even if they don't make any changes right now, if they're able to win a playoff series this spring.
Obviously, we've been looking at this roster. This team's been playing extremely, well together. I mean, but, John Conchar coming out and getting 17 rebounds and 15 boards. You don't expect that. Brandon Clark's resurgence. Zaire Williams is playing pretty decent. Not last night, but we've seen things. Again, Desmond Bain. Do you look straight over at Taylor Jenkins and think to yourself, damn, this kid can coach?
Yeah, I think you look at him. He's been able to maximize just certain lineups, even when looking at the stretch they played without John Morant, when this whole streak sort of began, and what they were able to do there defensively, and that really has set the tone for a lot of what they're doing right now. I think you need to give him a lot of credit, and even just this front office with the way they've kind of built this roster. And the jury's still out on the Zaire Williams trade, but since he's come back from injury, it's been night and day. People thought that they gave up too much, leasing out too much cap space to get him in the end, and maybe they did, but he's been shooting, 39.1% from three over his past, I think 8 appearances it was. So they're finding a balance between developing guys who are mega important to their future while being relevant in a Western Conference that is still pretty stacked at the top. There's a lot of uncertainty below where the Grizzlies are, but just to be able to hang for this long in the standings against the Jazz, Warriors, and Suns, while doing everything they are doing and playing Desmond Bane. You even mentioned, the Brandon Clark resurgence. He probably doesn't get another chance after what happened last year with a lot of other teams. And so just the way they've been able to strike the balance, I think you have to credit Taylor Jenkins a ton. And then just the fact they have so many of these guys in here that are better than they were expected to be is probably the best way to phrase it. You definitely have to credit the front office too.
They got 11 wins in a row. Last night they took care of the Timberwolves, 116-108. They kind of started off a little bit sluggish, you would say, in that first quarter. Then they poured it on at the end. They got Dallas tonight, back-to-back action. Do you think they can actually stretch this bad boy to 12 to maybe even 13? Because they do play on MLK Day at home, but they play the Chicago Bulls. Which game are they most likely to drop? Would it be Dallas? Would it be the Bulls? Or do you think they're just going to keep rolling?
Yeah, I almost want to pick the Dallas game just because we're talking about the second end of a back-to-back. That being said, Dallas has so often played without a soul this season. They've just been so boring and disappointing to watch that I think you should probably be more worried about the Bulls game just because Chicago is terrifying in some. Just DeMar DeRozan has really given them an offensive steadiness. I think it's really simplified Zach LaVine's role on offense, and those two probably deserve to be all-star starters in the East this year. And just coupled with the way that the Bulls, even through some of their injuries and absences, have been able to defend. They're going to put a lot of pressure on you at the point of attack. And I think they, more so than Dallas, are much better built to frustrate John Morant. And if you're going to really nudge John Morant and maybe limit him a little bit, it gets a lot easier to beat the Grizzlies. So that's the game that I would circle. And I think that probably says a lot more about how low I am on Dallas than anything else right now.
Is the East deeper than the West? I mean, you got the Phoenix Suns, you got the Golden State Warriors at the top. Everybody knows both teams are absolutely great. Klay Thompson's coming back. They're trying to work him back in. I think that's probably why they lost their last two. They're just trying to figure it out. Grizzlies are playing great. But, Utah, they're hit and miss. They're on a nice little 4-game losing streak. Dallas has not been that impressive. The Nuggets, I didn't think they were going to be where they're at. And the Los Angeles Lakers have been straight up trash. LeBron James has been awesome. But that team outside of LeBron James, it just doesn't seem like they can get it done. What do you think about the depth in the West?
Yeah, I think you could feasibly make a case that maybe 3 of the 4 most likely title winners come out of the West. But after the top 4, things get wildly murky and unimpressive in the standings there. And so you can even go by just records where the 10 seed or the 11 seed in the East right now is at 500, and the 10 seed in the West, or the 11 seed in the West right now is 10 games under 500. So I think that the Eastern Conference is deeper in large part because their middle class is more harrowing. But I think, as we've seen with the Heat, and they haven't been at full strength with the Bulls this season, whatever people think of the Nets, the Bucks are still right there. There's some case to be made that the top of the East is just as deep, if not deeper, than the West. So I think this season specifically, I don't know if this is going to become a permanent trend, but people have hinted at it for a while. And they've said it before, but I think this season, more so than any in recent memory that I can remember, the Eastern Conference is just noticeably deeper than the West. And I do think that the sort of middle class, when you look at what Toronto's been doing, when you look at the potential of maybe Boston, Atlanta, or New York turning things around, or Philadelphia making a trade deadline acquisition, they just have so many more teams that are either on the rise or maybe one player away from really entering a whole different type of tier.
I got to ask you one more question before I have to say goodbye to my good buddy Dan Favale. Check him out on Twitter at Dan Favale. Read all of his work at Bleacher Report and listen to this podcast, Hardwood Knocks. Dan, the Brooklyn Nets, I found out this weekend, I didn't realize that, everybody's been talking about Kyrie cannot play because of the mandate. Well, when you find out that, the Nets organization, the first time he played in Brooklyn would get a warning. Second time, I think it's $1,000. Third time, it's like $2,500. And then it's $5,000, and that's the max. Are you surprised they're not paying the $5,000 fine to let him play in Brooklyn? And do you see this coming down the road that maybe they'll actually bring him back so he can play not just on road games, but also in his own home?
Yeah, I didn't even know that was an option until a few days ago, so it did surprise me a little bit. But I think it's become clear since that came out that the league just wouldn't allow them to do that. So I'm just not even sure it's on the table for them to try, and I'd be very curious to see how the league responds if they even did attempt to try it. I just don't think that that's a tenable model optically because of everything that's going on in the league right now. I think they're either going to need Kyrie to get vaccinated or for New York City to sort of change its vaccine mandate. I will say, wherever you land on it, I would be of the mind like Kyrie just needs to go out there and get vaccinated at this point. But the logic here is inconsistent because of the way players who aren't vaccinated can play in Brooklyn. And so we're just in this weird, iffy, just odd territory right now. But I wouldn't expect this to be a situation where the NBA allows the Nets to go that route.
Also, don't forget, if you love listening to Dan as much as I do, check out Hardwood Knocks on Twitter, at Hardwood Knocks. Listen to him and Adam break down all the basketball on a more consistent basis than he does with me. But I hope to get you back on a consistent basis. Dan, I appreciate your time so much. I hope you're blessed. Enjoy the basketball, and we'll do it again down the road, my friend.
Most definitely. Thank you as always for having me, John. Take care.
That's Dan Favale. He is such a classy, nice guy, knows basketball like the back of his hand. You know, I'd actually like to listen to him and Peter kind of go it, because both of them have the big brains.
Oh, he's on Grindtime a lot.
No. I'm just talking about put those two brains in one room.
I see.
I mean, Peter's head is bigger.
Yeah.
Dan's brain is not size-wise as big. Peter's got that dolphin brain. Dan has just like an Einstein NBA human brain.
Imagine having a dolphin brain. That'd be something. But no, Dan's great. That was awesome. I mean, very rarely on other than the expertise that you and I give out, John, we don't have a lot of NBA guys come on here and talk. And Dan Favale, that was excellent.
Well, if you notice, college football is over. Georgia did win the national championship.
It's hoops time.
No, we have
we
the
saw
playoffs.
the NFL playoffs. You're right.
The NFL playoffs. But I do get hardcore back into NFL and NFL. It's so on the brain. It just rolls off the tongue. I get off the NFL, the NCAA football, and I will be jumping all over college hoops and NBA basketball. And Dan will probably be joining me pretty regularly on Friday. But I have to ask you, Mr. J. Morgan, who's a basketball crazy person.
I love hoops.
You went banana sandwiches yesterday on the Tigers.
I did.
Yes, you did.
I did.
Can't argue with anything you said, though.
I did go a little crazy.
But I want to see if you are just as crazy about the Grizzlies the other way, or do you believe this team is just – I mean, I'll let you speak for yourself.
I think that the job that the coaching staff is doing is one of the most remarkable it's probably the most significant job coaches have done since Steve Kerr took over the Warriors and created this movement of three-point shooting. I think that what the Grizzlies are doing is the next wave of basketball, where they're so the NBA is star-driven. We know that that's how people watch it, but it's also driven by stars in terms of that's the way that teams play, is they run quick-hitting, simple actions with star players and then rely on those guys to be themselves and score at absurd rates. Well, the Grizzlies have essentially taken the opposite of that approach, and they play a lot of guys in meaningful roles on the court and run a more complex offensive scheme, and it is proven to kill these teams. Like last night, for instance, they're losing to the Timberwolves a little bit. It's getting away from them. And then all of a sudden, there's just a stretch where the Timberwolves cannot keep up and guard that breakdown offense for 48 minutes. There's always stretches like that in every single game. I think that's why you get to 11 wins in a row. I think that's why they're so tough to guard for other teams. I think they defy all, logic in terms of the way the NBA has been played the past, let's just say, 5 or 6 years. So I rave on Taylor Jenkins, and maybe I'm biased because I'm a coach guy, I like coaches, but that's just what I see when I watch him play.
By the way, he's a former basketball coach. That's why you just love them coaches, don't you?
Well, but I say that just to kind of temper everyone's like, well, what about the GM? What about Ja? And I'm a little
Okay,
bit...
so hold on. Does this organization, you're basically, because the way I feel like, you're calling Taylor Jenkins the next Greg Popovich or Phil Jackson. You're basically talking about Ja Morant like he's the next Michael Jordan. And are you saying King Kleiman's like Pat Riley?
Well, no, I don't think I'm not nearly as appreciative, I suppose, of Kleiman or as complimentary of Kleiman as other people are. I think the job he's done is fine. Bane's a great pick. I cannot overstate how good a pick Bane is. But Ja's the second pick in the draft. Jaren is sandwiched between Luka and Trae Young. It's not like the job that the front office has been doing is an incredible job. It's more of the coaching, and you got to credit the players also for being able to play so deep and embrace the roles that they're given and play breakdown complex offense. Essentially, it's like Division III basketball the way they're playing offense, and I can imagine there's not a lot of pros that would be willing to play that type of offense, but it clearly works, and I would not be surprised if you see this sort of complex breakdown offense take shape all over the league. I think it's awesome, John. I can't talk enough about how good the coaches have done for this team.
So, could Taylor Jenkins coach the Tigers to the NCAA tournament.
Absolutely.
Can we borrow him for a little bit?
I mean, seriously, though, and it's that simple, too, is that's the difference in pro basketball and college basketball in a nutshell is you take any of these coaches on the Grizzlies, and they would immediately – honestly, John, if you make Cody Toppert the head coach, I think that basketball team, the Tigers, I think they make the NCAA tournament. I think if Cody Toppert's the head coach and he builds his staff, I think they make the NCAA tournament. I can't speak the same way about Larry Brown because the last time Larry Brown was the head coach at SMU, he didn't coach the team at all. It was Tim Jankovich. So I think absolutely it comes down to coaching for the Tigers.
My man.
I feel like I'm upsetting a lot of our audience the past 2 days.
Hey, it's all right. You know what? I want them to either love you or hate you.
Yeah.
If they just have a meh feeling about you, then they really don't have a feeling about you.
If you hate me, send all letters to John Harden at John. You're free to give out your address.
At Johnny_radio
on
Twitter.
I was going to say handwritten letters to your address at home, but you could send hate mail on his Twitter as well.
Wait a second. Handwritten? Nobody writes handwritten letters.
Well, if they
anymore.
get upset enough, they might write hand. That's how you complain. You write letters, John. That's how the old school people do it. I love writing a good handwritten letter. You don't write thank you notes, John, or letters to loved ones. I can't write enough letters.
No, I do not.
I don't think I've written a letter since I was
tweet,
12.
I text. I don't even tweet all that much. But you know what? You can send these letters if you want to. If you want to send a letter, 6080 Mount Moriah Road Extended, Memphis, Tennessee, 38115.
It just addresses to John if it's a complaint.
Yeah, just put
and all
address it to
compliments send
John.
them to me.
Yes, do all that. Now, last night, got to bring this up. NBA's up and down, but the Grizzlies are just constant right now. They've just won, like I said, won 11 straight. How surprised are you how bad that the Golden State Warriors have played these last 2 games? They've lost 2 straight. They were down by 39 points at halftime. It was 77-38 last night. Even Dan Favale couldn't watch that deadgum game.
And, I'm not Nostradamus, John. I don't want it to sound like after the fact I'm sitting here saying, well, I knew this, I knew that. But without Draymond on the court, they don't have a point guard. Not to say Steph isn't a point guard, but that's not the way they've been playing. Steph this season, they have been playing him the way he played at Davidson, where he plays off the ball. He's running off of screens for 24 seconds every single possession. And Draymond facilitates their entire offense. And when that guy's off the floor, obviously there's going to be a huge drop-off, especially when you're only playing Clay 20 minutes a game. So I don't think it's time to sound the alarm for Golden State. I still think they're the best team in the league, but not having Draymond on the floor is going to make you suffer.
Yes, it will make you suffer. And by the way, just a little segue real quick, because we're going to take an early break. We have a lot of hardwood to get to. I do want to remind you, though, if you just need to sell your house and you're freaking out, maybe you're like 30 days from foreclosure, and you're like, I got to sell my house. I got the number, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Bing, bang, boom. Just sold your house. Any house, any area, as is. It's as simple as that. If you're tired of renters, sell your house. If you don't like the fact that you're thinking to yourself, oh, my gosh, look at all that work. I'm going to have to put $20,000 in to upkeep the place and then sell it. Oh, is it going to take so much time? You don't have to do all that. Don't worry about anything except for picking up the phone and call in 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. A bing, a bang, a boom. I just sold your house. Coming up on the other side in Hardwood, we are going to talk a lot of fun stuff. We got Deshaun Watson news. Did you know that?
Oh, Deshaun.
Yes, Watson's settlement offer is allegedly what he's trying to settle with the ladies is out there. We have a former Vikings quarterback crushing Kirk Cousins. Antonio Brown, I talked about him yesterday.
AB.
I was like, man, he's out with Kanye West and some lady.
Madonna.
I
mean, that had to be a terrible time.
But, dude, you would think it would be awesome, actually. I
really?
thought it was going to be – well, I actually figured – well, they're all superstars. I'm thinking like the pole assassins there with their monkey. There's Tito's just coming out of the walls. It's everywhere. Like, it's just the drip, drip, drip of the Tito's.
It's like a waterfall shower, but it's Tito's coming down.
I feel like there's a big old bowl of edibles, and you can just go and eat some gummies from Hemp 2.0. Like, I feel like this thing's going to be good. I thought they might have barbecue from Central Barbecue. I thought all these wonderful things are going to go at their party.
EatCBQ.com.
But I'm going to tell you what they actually did, because I watched the video yesterday. Did you see it?
To be honest, I saw it come up. I didn't even hit the sound on it. I just scrolled right on past it.
Well, lame is all I got to say.
But you're going to tell me all about it.
I will tell you about it, but it was pretty lame. Don't you dare touch that dial. We're coming back with Hardwood on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Former Memphis Tiger Gabe Kuhn joins Brett Norsworthy for Sports Time on Sports 56, presented by Lexus of Memphis. Weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hey, Jeff Allen, it's a new year, and that means time to make your customers happy in 2022 at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah.
Happy is easy to do with our great savings. I've got a take your pick that will knock your socks off. How about a 2022 Kia Forte LXS or a 2022 Kia Sportage, your choice, $199 per month.
Forte's $27.99 due at signing, and Sportage is $34.99 due at signing. Plus, all Gossett Kias come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty program.
Plus a 2022 Kia Sorento $359, only $34.99 due at signing, and all 36-month leases. So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia Mount Moriah, 2680 Mount Moriah, or KiaMountMoriah.com.
All 36-month leases, $650 acquisition fee, 30,000 miles per year, 20 cents excess mileage. Sportage N702 7277, MSRP 25460. Forte NE44 2833, MSRP 21980. Sorrento NGO 990119, MSRP 35340. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695 plus finance through KMF. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 2/3/2022. Dealer stock only.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
I'm Brian Elder, 867-0303. Hurricane season is upon us. Is your roof ready? Are your shingles laying down and sealed properly? Call me right now, 867-0303. They say you get what you pay for. That's why my opinion is free. Maybe you've got years of life left in your roof. If so, I'll tell you that. But if I find storm damage or a compromised roof system, I'll lay out some options for you. Don't let them tell you it needs to be replaced if it only needs a repair. Call me, 867-0303. Has your insurance company already seen it and rejected your claim? Maybe they're correct. Most of the time, they're not. They do tend to become more reasonable once I get involved, though. 867-0303. I'll measure your roof from outer space or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Action247.com is your Tennessee sportsbook for same-day pay. Action247.com. Local, legal. A sportsbook by Tennesseans, for Tennesseans. Win a little or win a lot. Action247 has same-day pay. The other guys make you wait for your winnings. No more waiting with Action247 same-day pay. Visit us online at Action247.com. Local, legal. Action247. You got action.
Problem gambling? Call 1-800-889-9789.
You don't think about a lawyer until something goes wrong. When that happens, let attorney Stephen Leffler fight for you and your family. You don't leave the house in the morning expecting an accident, but it happens every day. A car wreck, you slip and fall, or you get accused of a crime and find yourself fighting for your reputation. Stephen Leffler has been fighting for you for over 35 years. Don't do it alone. Let Stephen Leffler fight your battles for you. Call Stephen Leffler, 901-527-8830, or go to LefflerLaw.com. Here to fight for you and your loved ones.
Mount Moriah Auto Sales. What sets them apart? Great selection, quality, high-end to low-end cars, and low mileage. Mount Moriah Auto Sales is under new management. Ask for Emmett or Steven. Check out their great selection of cars or trucks. Choose from Dodges, Jeeps, Fords, GMCs, Infinitis, Porsches, Range Rovers, Lexus, Mercedes, BMWs, even Bentleys. Mount Moriah Auto Sales also has a great service department with 12 bays for everything from oil changes to alignment to new tires. Go to MountMoriahAutoSales.com. Pick out your like new car or truck today. Mount Moriah Auto Sales, right on the corner and right on the price.
Ole Miss Rebel Yell is back. The Rebel Yell Hotline Radio Show is back on WHBQ Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Every Monday night at 6, hear the latest news on your Ole Miss Rebels with Yancey Porter with 24/7 Sports, former Ole Miss defensive tackle Mike Fitzsimmons, Gordon Ford covering SEC Sports Call, and former Ole Miss baseball announcer Gary Darby. From kickoff to free throw to extra innings, your Ole Miss Sports on the Rebel Yell Hotline Show right here Monday night at 6 on Sports 56 560 AM and 98.5 FM. Your Mid-South Sports Station.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
My friends feel it's their appointed duty. They keep trying to tell me all you want to do is use me.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. We're about to go to Hardwood. We got to talk a lot of stuff here, man. We got MJ news, what he did back in the day.
Wait, Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan, MJ.
Wow.
There's only one MJ, bro.
Well, Mary J. Blige and
that's an MJB.
And Michael B. Jordan, that's MBJ.
Yeah, it's MBJ. See, there's only one MJ, and that's he.
Michael Johnson, though, the former track star for the United States of America.
Okay,
Anyway,
that
Michael
was
Jordan.
Pretty good, actually. I gotta give you a little credit on that one. That was pretty good. That's J. Morgan Harder. Check him out on Twitter at J. Morgan Harder. Thank you to Dan Favale. We talked a lot of NBA, but we got MJ news, Shaq news, Deshaun Watson, Antonio Brown, Joe Judge. Do you know what he's doing today?
He made a quote yesterday that was like, "I'm so proud of all of you." Anyway, what's Joe Judge doing today?
I would tell you, and it sounds like a lot of fun. In fact, actually, if Joe Judge lobbed me a phone call and said, "Come on over," I'd be there in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. And Tyson Fury, he trolls Wilder and Klitschko with some funny stuff. And then also, did you hear about Logan Paul? It wasn't $1 million. He paid $3.5 million for fake Pokemon cards. He did get his money back, but
good.
Dude, $3.5 million for Pokemon. By
well,
the way,
if it was a real one, though,
does he have really that kind of money?
With Logan?
Logan.
Oh, Logan was like one of the first YouTube
Well,
sensations.
let me just tell you something. That was a rhetorical question, you idiot.
Oh,
I
I'm
know
sorry.
exactly how much Logan Paul.
Oh, it says.
And Jake Paul have made just from 2021 till now, and their tax returns just for last year.
Wow.
The numbers will blow your deadgum mind away.
At least they're filing taxes.
Yeah.
That's good.
That is
Not
good.
all rich people file taxes like that.
Oh, they put them in shell corporations, offshore accounts or something?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
That's above
I'm
my
not
pay
rich.
grade, yeah.
And by the way, Novak Djokovic.
Revoked his visa again.
Dude, hey, you know how bad it sucks when your visa declines?
Yeah, this is a different visa, though.
Yeah, but still, no matter what, when they decline your visa, it doesn't matter if it's your card or getting in a country.
Do they have American Express in Australia?
It's a great question.
Or is it Australian Express? Aussie Express.
Dude, you just blew my mind.
Shrimp on the bobby.
You know what blew my mind yesterday, though?
What's that?
Oh, I went to Erlen Jensen's Small Bites, to where the only Top Golf swing suite, which is at Erlen Jensen's Small Bites, and you know EJ's. I'm not talking about their regular restaurant. They've opened up Erlen Jensen's Small Bites, which is basically in the DoubleTree Hotel. You would say maybe adjacent, because you can go into just EJ Small Bites. They're open for lunch. They're open for dinner. They have TVs all over the place. Oh, my goodness. They have great food, great drinks. One of their drinks that I really liked was the Mississippi Sunset. It's got vodka, raspberry liqueur, fresh squeezed lemon, and sweet and sour, a little simple syrup. They get all kinds of amazing drinks. But the thing for me is not just the food that's great, not just their beverage service is great, but I played Top Golf for like 3 hours yesterday. I played golf. I played football. I played baseball. I played zombie dodgeball. I played carnival games. I was playing. I left there sweating. I was having so much fun. Top Golf, you need to go ahead and book your suite. Or if you're, during the weekdays like Monday through Thursday, head on up there for lunch. Go play for 30 minutes. Get you some food. Get you a little something to eat. Practice your golf game. And if you really are a serious golfer, you're going to love this simulation bay. It is out of control. I am not a super serious golfer, so it's good for golfers and non-golfers alike because it's a lot of fun. These stats that they give you from this simulation bay, because you actually hit the golf ball into this huge screen, and then it records the distance, the launch angle, the backspin, the club speed, the carry, how far you are to the pin, the direction you hit it, left, right, straight. It also tells you if you have side spin on your ball. It tells you the ball speed, how open or closed your club face was by degrees. Like if you're a serious golfer, you don't need a golf coach. You just need to go to Swing Suites. That's right, over at Erlen Jensen Small Bites in the DoubleTree Hotel. And if you're like, where's the DoubleTree Hotel, John? Dude, it's like right in the heart of Memphis. It's over there. Do you remember where the Fox and the Hound used to be? It's going to be Chow Bella now, but it's not open, but it's over there. Do you remember where John Calipari's steakhouse was?
Of course.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. The DoubleTree over there, behind the Paradiso, not too far from that little Kroger. There's a Lucchese's pasta joint. Yes, go to the DoubleTree Hotel. Go play all the games you want and enjoy some of their amazing food, from their truffle mac and cheese to their braised beef short ribs, roasted rack of lamb, filet, black and seared salmon, cast iron pan roasted chicken, jumbo crab cakes. They have everything delicious at Erling Jensen's Small Bites, but you will have so much fun. And I'm telling you right now, get your friends, get your family, call 85-SWING. That's 901-85-SWING. Book your suite today. Get over there, have a blast. And employers, if you want to take somebody out for something different, take them out to Swing Suites. You get a drink, get a little food, play a little game, loosens everything's up. Next thing you know, you're walking out of their closing deal and they're saying, hey, I'll see you next week up at Swing Suites. That's right, Memphis' only Topgolf Swing Suite at Erling Jensen's Small Bites. Call them again, 901-58-SWING, or go to swingsuitememphis.com. You ready to go to Hardwood?
This is Access Hardwood.
Got to start here with MJ. So, do you know who Jeremy Roenick is?
Yes.
How do you know? You know hockey?
Oh, I'm a big hockey guy.
Really?
Well, kind of.
Do
I'm trying to
can
learn.
Can you skate?
No, I don't know how to skate. I'm honestly just trying to learn about hockey, but it's a great game. It's fun to watch, and I would love to get into more of it, to be honest. But I can't find enough teammates to watch hockey with me. Anyway, John, you were talking about Jeremy Roenick.
Friends. They're called friends.
No, teammates.
Oh.
Wait, because when you're all together wanting to watch hockey, they become your teammates. That's your hockey team.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I just made that up.
I think you did. But so, Jeremy Roenick goes on this podcast yesterday. He comes out there, and he's telling a story about Michael Jordan and how awesome Michael Jordan and how competitive he was, and also how big of a gambler he was. So, the Bulls have a game that night in Chicago. Jeremy Roenick plays for the Chicago Blackhawks. They're good buddies. They're golfing buddies. So, MJ calls up Jeremy and is like, yo, my game's not till, so-and-so. You want to go play some golf? So they go play a round of golf. And they play for big money, okay?
Big money.
Big money. So here it is. And this is what he says. So Jeremy Roenick comes out and says, we played around. I beat him for a couple $1,000, and I'm getting ready to leave. And, of course, the Bulls are playing that night, and MJ wants to play another 18 to try to get some of his money back, but he can't. I'm like, dude, you got to leave. And he goes, no, we're going to play again. And then he turns around and says, you know what? Let's change the bet a little bit.
Oh, change it up.
Double or nothing, baby.
Oh, double or nothing. I love a good double or nothing.
Tonight I score at least 40 points, and we beat the Cavaliers by 20. Double or nothing. MJ says that. 40 points. Hold on. MJ, we've been drinking beer all day. We've been playing golf all day. I don't even know how you're going to play. We put down like a case of beer. We're playing golf, 18 holes, gambling. And now you're telling me that you're going to go beat the Cavs by 20 at least and score at least 40 points? He's like, yeah, double or nothing. Guess what MJ did that night?
That.
Nope, he did even better. My man put up 44 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds, and they beat the Cavs by 24 points.
Wow.
Dude.
So bet hit. For him, at least.
Roenick, if you get that kind of information, here's what you do.
You bet it in Vegas.
You'd say, yeah, you can win your money back, and then you go put your fortune that night because Michael Jordan's obviously going to go out there and go ham. Woo-wee. Some of these MJ stories are out of control.
Harder to find a bookie back then, though, if you're a pro hockey player, I'm sure.
I doubt. He's in Chicago.
Yeah, it's Chi-Town.
I know. There's no organized crime in Chicago.
Not at all. It's notoriously very
It's going to be really hard to get that. Now, do you know who Shaq's favorite teammate was while he played?
Kobe.
Nope, it
Penny.
wasn't Kobe. Wasn't Penny.
Dwayne Wade.
Was not Dwayne Wade.
You
won't get it.
Okay.
He's married.
Joe Johnson.
He's married to a former Miss America. Your knowledge is pathetic.
I mean,
Vanessa Williams' husband.
Oh, Vanessa Williams. I have no idea who Vanessa Williams is.
Unbelievable.
I have no idea who Vanessa Williams
All right.
is. Sheldon Williams.
Well, by the way, Vanessa Williams, just so you know, was former Miss America. She's also a singer, an actress.
She comes, Miss America.
She's married to Rick Fox.
Wow, Rick Fox. I do know who Rick Fox is. The actor.
No, the player who played basketball.
No, but he's an actor.
He is. He was on like a soap opera.
And he was in Holes. He was in the movie Holes.
Never seen
He's
Holes.
been in a ton of stuff.
Dude,
Rick Fox. He was in an episode of The Big Bang Theory. He played
Holes in Big Bang.
He played Bernadette. You know Bernadette, Howard Wolowitz's
No,
wife?
I do not.
Oh, well, he played Bernadette's ex-boyfriend.
I don't watch Big Bang.
Well, it's over now.
I did not watch the Big
It's
Bang.
in syndication every day on TBS, John, if you ever want to check it out.
Well, I'm good. I'm good on that one.
Okay.
But he said his favorite player was Rick Fox for one reason. He said he could trust him to stay out of the damn paint, sit over in the corner, make threes, and guard the other team's best player.
And look good.
And look good and be married to Vanessa Williams.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was interesting. Yes, everybody and their grandmother on Twitter yesterday was shocked. They're like, how could he not say Kobe? Oh, my goodness, Memphians. It had to be Penny. Nope. It had to be Dwayne Wade, their bestest buddies.
They are good friends, though.
They are good friends, but it was not his favorite
Not
teammate.
as good as Rick Fox.
Nope. Rick Fox was the best, according to Shaquille O'Neal, which is... Oh, and by the way, he played with Cleveland for a little bit.
Really?
Never considered LeBron James.
Have you seen, this is a segue a little bit.
Didn't he play for Cleveland?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Down the stretch. This is a little bit of a sidebar, but I get choked up just thinking about this. But have you seen the commercial of WinBet where Ben Affleck's walking down and Shaq's like, big payouts? Big payouts. You know, because they're using the Greg system. And they go, what's the Greg system? He goes, I just pick my color mostly.
Yes.
But anyway, that's a segue to a different betting commercial because every Grizzlies games now has a BetMGM advertisement. And you know who stars in the BetMGM advertisements, John? It's Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx, standing at midcourt and he's got the fire jumping up around him. Well, there's one commercial.
Willie Beeman.
That's a character.
Yes.
Yes. But anyway, Jamie Foxx sits there, he has a basketball in his hand, John, and he chunks it over his shoulder like as hard as he can. And then cut to a basketball goal with a ball gingerly floating in the air and then dropping in, swishing in the net. It is one of the worst commercials I've ever seen. No continuation. There's no way that ball that Jamie Foxx chunked over his shoulder went into the basket. I'm sorry, that's totally off base and not Hardwood at all, but I just had to get that off my chest.
Well, I will say, you didn't see Any Given Sunday with Jamie Foxx playing Willie Beeman.
Oh, no, I know. Oh, Any Given Sunday, John. One of the greatest football movies of all time.
Well, do you know Deshaun Watson?
Yes.
He's a quarterback.
He is.
He played at Clemson.
Hasn't played in a while, though.
He played for the Texans. He hadn't played this year, though.
Hadn't played this
Had
year.
a little issue, if you know what I'm saying. His
Yeah.
lawyer's Rusty Harden.
Like 30-plus women.
22 women filed civil suits against Mr. Watson.
20-plus.
22, hey. Well, a lot of them now are like, well, somebody has leaked it. And by the way, you know what he was, the reason, what the issue was, right?
Yeah, it was very similar to what Bob Kraft was getting.
Yeah, but no, he went, Bob
he went
Kraft,
all the way.
He went to Orchid Day Spa. That was a place that
Notoriously was doing that. Yeah, Deshaun Watson just went to regular
on
massage
Instagram
parlors.
models. No, he did not go to regular massage. He had Instagram, quote, masseuses come over to his crib.
Wait. This story has been out way too long for me to not know all the details.
Oh, yeah,
of
these
this.
were like...
I thought it was massage parlors.
No, he didn't go into the parlor and all of a sudden be like, yo...
He's just DMing masseuses?
Yes, he's just... No, first he's just hitting them up saying, hey, it says you're a masseuse. Why don't you, looking at their picture like, yeah, come on over and give me a massage. And then he's saying to them, I'll throw you an extra couple $100 for a little, have you ever heard the term happy ending?
No, I know a happy ending.
These things got him in a lot of trouble. And plus, even O.J. Simpson came out and said, in my whole life, I've only had 3 masseuses. How you have 22 in 1 year? You know what I mean?
22's a lot.
It is a lot. So Deshaun Watson had a little issue with this, but he came out there and said that he will give each woman $100,000 and help. And the reason he says it is he says he just wants to help them buy peace. He will not admit to doing anything wrong, but he will settle out of court. And again, he says because he would like to buy these women peace.
And himself peace.
Yes, and yes. So, pretty interesting, isn't it?
That is very interesting.
Do you think it's a low number? Would you take $100K? Or would you say, nah, homie, I'm going to court. I'm suing you still. You better come back with a better offer.
$100K, I mean, it's 6 figures. And I'm sure, as much as we were just joking about both of them wanting to put it behind them and peace behind them, I'm sure these women, in a lot of ways, are probably ready to put this whole endeavor behind them too. Although maybe not. Maybe they're in it for a little bit more than just money.
Well, maybe they actually want him to hurt the way that they're
That's what I'm
hurting.
saying. Maybe it's more than just money.
If it's not about money and you just want to cause this man pain who You
Cause
might have
you pain.
PTSD.
Right.
Nightmares, all kinds of things can come with this. But I'm just saying that Deshaun Watson is offered $100,000. I'm not sure. I don't think all 22 women are going to take this.
I don't think so either. But some might.
I don't know.
Maybe not, though.
Okay, let's say you dwindle this thing down to 10. You still got
maybe,
a lot of civil suits coming your way.
Probably not, though, because it's all the same representation in court, isn't it? They're all represented by the same guy. So if one person takes it,
Tony Barbee.
They probably all are, or none of them are. Tony Barbee.
Isn't that his name?
Tony Barbee used to be the assistant coach for the Tigers. And
No,
was the
that's
head
not what
coach
I
at
mean.
Auburn.
What's his name? What's the crazy?
It might be Tony Barbee.
No, it's not. No, it's
Bisbee.
not.
Big
Bisbee.
Bisbee.
Tony Bisbee.
Bisbee.
Are you sure?
Yeah, something
Busby.
like that.
It's
Busby. Whatever.
I should remember Buzz.
Tony Barbee. What a blast from the past, though.
Dude, I've been talking Tigers today, and I've been depressed. So you know what? I went old school. My bad. Tony Busby is the law firm and the lawyer who's representing the 22 ladies who have filed a complaint against Deshaun Watson. Also, got to tell you, you know what Joe Judge is doing?
What's he doing?
So there's a video out at his house. A dude pulled up in a big old truck. You know what he got out of the truck? Cases of beer.
To give to Joe Judge?
He got Bud Light, Coors Light, Miller Light, this and that. Cases of beer brought to Joe Judge's front door of his house.
It must be great to be a head coach
He
in
took
the
him
NFL.
in, and he had like 5 boxes of pizza delivered to his crib. So dude's just drinking beer, eating pizza, trying to forget his misery. And you talked about him tweeting yesterday. That was called drunk tweeting. Joe Judge, fired from the Giants. Horrible coach. Crazy person, to be honest with you.
That's better than the Publishers Clearinghouse coming to your house with a big check. Someone shows up with a case of beer.
You know he paid for it.
Yeah, but still.
This wasn't like people sending it to him.
Yeah, but you didn't have to go do anything, though.
Yeah, he's just sitting at home, pounding beers, eating pizza. By the way, honestly, dude, are you not going to eat something else? Just eat pizza?
You know, Joe Judge used to coach at my alma mater, Birmingham Southern College.
No, I did not know that.
He did.
No, I didn't. And last but not least, Antonio Brown, they put out the video. He's with Kanye, that his new girlfriend, Madonna. That was the most lame party I've ever seen.
They were just sitting around. No one's talking to each other. At some point, Madonna hugs whoever was in front of her, but no one's talking to each other.
Do you know why?
Because they don't know each other.
They're all just talking about each other. They only
about
want to
themselves.
talk about themselves.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It's like everyone in there is just waiting for the other person to stop talking so they can talk more about themselves.
Dude, you think AB is like, dude, did you see the fans only?
Yeah.
And Madonna was like, dude, I was in this show. What was that show that she did way back in the day?
I don't remember. She lived in London for a period of time.
No, but she had this crazy show, and it was very Madonna movie sexual. Hit me up at 901-360-8255. 901-360-8255. Get in the zone, AutoZone. We'll be back to close this Friday out. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
You have opinions?
Well, you gotta have an opinion.
We want to hear them. Call or text us on the AutoZone listener line at 360-8255. That's the AutoZone listener line at 901-360-8255.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
Simple, smooth, and every sip as easy as the last. Tito's handmade vodka tastes just as good with tap water as it does with your favorite mixer. Back in the day, Tito distilled, hand bottled, taste tested, sent to a few friends, then taste tested again to give you the finest juice around. No frills, no flavors, no fancy labels, just the good stuff. Just Tito's. For recipes, videos, and more, visit Tito'sVodka.com.
Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
Case IH is a proud supporter of the Mississippi Farm Bureau, and thanks to a membership benefits partnership, Mississippi Farm Bureau members receive a discount of up to $500 on every qualifying Case IH tractor and piece of equipment you purchase. This discount may be used with other promotions, rebates, or offers. So join Mid-South Ag Equipment and the Mississippi Farm Bureau and pocket up to $500 in savings. Call Mid-South Ag at 662-890-3141 to get your discount today.
The new year means new great savings at Gossett Kia on the Pike. 10 years of worry-free driving. We Gossett with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Take your pick. 2022 Kia Forte LXS or 2022 Kia Sportage, $199 a month. Forte, $27.99 due at signing. Sportage, $34.99 due at signing. Let your adventures begin with 2022 Kia Sorento, $359 a month. $34.99 due at signing. All 36-month leases. Come see Bobby J. He's ready to put you in a new Kia today. Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, or shop 24/7. KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 36-month leases, $650 acquisition fee, 30,000 miles per year, 20 cents excess mileage. Sportage, N702, 7277, MSRP 25,460. Forte, NE 44, 2833, MSRP 21,980. Sorrento, NGO 990119, MSRP 35,340. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695. Must finance through KMF. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 2/3/2022. Dealer stock only.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It's the last segment of the day. Jay Morgan's in the house. Thank you to Dan Favali from the Bleacher Report and Hardwood Knocks. We've given out picks. I want to remind you we got all your wild card action covered this week with the Raiders at Bengals, 3 o'clock on Saturday, Eagles, Bucks on Sunday, 49ers, Cowboys, Steelers, and Chiefs all on Sunday, and, of course, the Monday night action, Cardinals at the Rams. We're also home for Ole Miss. Ole Miss is playing Auburn Saturday. Auburn's really good.
Auburn might be the number one team in the country after that game.
Auburn's really, really good. Woo-wee. By the way, I struggled last night watching the Ducks and UCLA. I had money on the game. The fact that the whole place was empty and I could hear all their sneakers and Bill Walton without the crowd wasn't really pumped up. I hate those games without crowds. I didn't realize how much I missed them.
That's crazy, honestly, that Bill Walton was struggled without fans in the stands.
Dude,
He's so
just
good.
didn't have he wasn't hype. He wasn't doing a bunch of dead concert talking and point things of that nature. You know what I'm saying?
I love Bill Walton.
Yeah, but anyway, he loves the dead and he smokes a lot of pot and he was a good basketball player.
He's one of the best ever.
Bad feet though.
Bad back.
Bad back, bad feet. Bad things when you're old, I think.
Yeah.
And
that
tall,
size,
that tall,
especially,
it was a little bit tough. Now, I got to talk a little bit about some of these text messages I got.
Okay.
I got a couple questions right here that says, hey, John, what's the difference between Delta 8 and Delta 9? Delta 8 is absolutely fabulous. Delta 9 is just a little step up, if you know what I'm saying. Go out there and talk to the knowledgeable staff at Hemp 2.0, and they'll explain everything to you. They are flat out amazing. But if you want to think about it in terms, I think Delta 9 and THCO are my two favorites. Those are the ones that I like the best. Delta 8's a powerful cannabinoid. It's psychoactive. It helps you with calmness, happiness. It's an uplifting feeling. Where Delta 9 can basically create. You're more creative. You're also a little more lethargic, and you just got more of that stony feeling. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to help you, Vinny, and I got you. A lot of people are texting in. Balanced Grizzlies attacks, smashing people during an 11-game streak. And Randy came in and said, John, I'm definitely taking the Eagles plus the 8.5 against Tampa. Oh, my goodness. I'm tempted to take the money line as well. They don't call it gambling for nothing. maybe the most obvious play of the week will be Kansas City versus Pittsburgh. The why? Well, this game could get it sloppy, and that kind of scares me. I can see it being messy. I can see it being nasty. That would benefit the Steelers. I can see Kansas City losing, but I can't see it be. I can also see it not being as much like close as people think. A lot of people come out there and hit me up and saying all kinds of wonderful things like this. So,
wait a minute, John. Can I interrupt you for a text message? This guy says I sound like Homer.
That's where I was going.
Homer Simpson. Not to mention earlier, he said my attempt at humor by explaining things people already know is lame. He sent a text message, John. I don't know if you know what a text message is,
I do.
But text messages are a way that people communicate with each other in the 21st century. You know, they'll send them to each other, or you don't have to talk on the phone. You can communicate directly. And I think all of my jokes are excellent.
I do too. But yeah, he says you sound like Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
By the way, this is very important. MJ gambling on his own games, but we still keep Pete Rose out of the Hall of Fame. And this is one I love. Did you know Vanessa Williams' crown was taken away because of nude pictures that came out in Playboy?
I'm going to find that Playboy when I leave here.
Fast facts that you learn right here on Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Grizzlies tonight, they're playing Dallas. Go get that dub. Don't forget MLK Day, and we got a wild card weekend. Enjoy life. Get out there and make the world a better place. I'm going to see y'all on the flip side. Peace.